much a team that is that widespread on the goal scoring.
Well, you know, it tells us how deep we are. I mean, we said we have really good depth, and you know, we're still missing 3 really good hockey players. So, you know, it's nice when that third and fourth line can really control the play like they did tonight. I thought every time they were out there, they tilted the ice, which was really good, and it's good for them. They're going to get confidence from it, and we're going to get more and more confidence offensively in how we want to play. I thought tonight was a really good puck possession game. We got to get better in our game management. We're a little sloppy in some of our tracking, but it's 2 games in. You know, so we're doing a lot of really good things, and there's small things I think that we got to clean up.
Anything on Paolo?
I don't have any observation. Obviously, it's an upper body injury, and we'll have more information for you guys tomorrow.
How much of what you're seeing is telling you they're grasping what you're preaching?
I don't know. If I was saying a percentage, I'd say it's a 65-70%, which is exciting, right? So we got a lot of room for growth,
Right.
and that's the exciting part.
Yeah. And I would think at 2 games you'd be satisfied at 65%.
Really excited. Yeah. I mean, in a lot of areas we were better tonight, and we played a team that was hungry. You know, the things didn't go really well in their first game. Human nature is they're going to come back, and they did. They played really hard. You could tell how physical they were and how hard they tried to go to our net. And I just like the way we responded. 2 games in a row, third period's our best period. That's a good thing.
I know you want Zabor to be playing with confidence, but that play that he made on the third goal, second goal, I mean, how much of that is just overconfidence or carelessness?
Yeah, you know, we're seeing it right early in the year. There's usually more goals scored because people are not into managing games. You know, we just haven't played enough games that matter, and teams come hard at you. So yeah, I mean, I think you'd like to have that decision back, but he did a lot of good things too in the offensive zone, real poised plays. So we want to keep growing on that while he learns. You know, it's a guy who didn't play for a year. You know, so we're happy with where he's at.
Jim, for you personally, what was it like to coach your first game here at home?
It was awesome. Like the crowd was really into it. I thought, you know, our third and fourth lines got the crowd into it with how physical they were. I loved Trent Frederick's response, you know, going out there and, you know, being physical and being aggressive, and a little bit of a burr, you know, in the right spots. And then I got to tell you, when they played, I don't know when it was, but when they played, I'm forgetting the name of the band. It's the Boston song, about 6 minutes. Yeah, that was awesome. That got me a little goosebumps behind the bench.
What about the ovation for you when they announced you?
It was really nice. Very, very much appreciated.
You flip-flopped Smith again?
Smith and Pasta, I flip-flopped, yeah. I mean, I didn't think those lines were generating as much as the third and fourth line, so that's an easy switch to put Bergie back with Pasta. I don't think it's the last time you'll see me switch those things if I don't like what I see.
You've had a couple games now where you've responded after giving up the couple goals in Washington tonight, obviously. What stood out about the way you guys have persevered through those moments?
I think there's trust in the process. I think there's trust in each other. And I think everyone's pulling on the same rope right now. You don't see anybody thinking about themselves. And we thought we were in a really good place. I know we gave up a 2-goal lead, but we were generating more chances. We had the puck in their zone, and we just thought if we just stuck with the process that we would prevail, and luckily we did.
Jim, gaining inside ice has been such a bugaboo here, especially in the playoffs. Inside ice for good chances, inside ice for scoring. Are you seeing enough of that? A lot of this tonight was inside.
We're getting better at it. We are. I mean, if you're going to score a lot, you're going to score consistently. You got to have 2 on the inside in the offensive zone. And, you know, the rush plays, I think we have a lot of skill that we're going to score off the rush naturally with some of the players we have. But, you know, when you are able to score from O-zone play 5-on-5 like we did tonight, that really adds a lot of confidence to you being able to come back in games. Obviously, it's a little early to talk playoff, but in that time of the year.
You weren't here, but you knew the frustrating year Foligno had, for him to get one early, is that something that's it's a good sign to kind of get him going?
Yeah, and he got a goal where he should be, right in front of the net, you know, where he's had a lot of success his whole career. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for that fourth line. You know, too bad they got that other one called back. It probably wasn't. I haven't looked at it in detail, but we didn't think it was very challenging because the goalie got moved out of position.
How important would it be for Foligno to kind of maybe become that leader of the bottom six? Able to kind of corral that group together?
Well, I think he wants to be that leader, you know. So he, you know, everybody, you want to give everybody have a little bit of ownership in the team, and that's, you know, he's relishing that right now. Being a leader, he's talking a lot on the bench with his line, with everybody, you know, making sure everyone's heads up. So it's really nice because it's not only Bergeron and Krejci and Pasta and, you know, Carlo on the back end until we get Charlie and 63 back for leadership.
I don't know if you saw Greer kiss the front of his jersey, but just wondering how much that kind of jam, you know, adds to your group.
Well, I think it echoes what I'm talking about, how special it is to be a Bruin. I see it. And I know I'm very fortunate to be in that locker room. And I think that he sees it too. And it's awesome that I think he's showing that emotion, and it's a connection that I think everybody can understand how special it is to be a Bruin.
This, Jim, this goes back a ways, so pardon me for this, but if you go back to the late '70s when it was the rivalry with Canadiens and Bruins at its height, they had a team here that they had 11 guys score 20 goals or more. It was Cashman and Vitalo. Tonight, you know, now through 2 games, you've had this depth of scoring. Do you think in this age you could have 10 guys, I don't know if 20's fair, but 15 or better?
Yeah, I think it's possible, you know. I think scoring in the NHL is going up. You look at the last 2 years, especially last year, and that's because it's harder to defend the speed that's coming at people, and there's more players that can make more plays throughout the lineup. So I think that's very possible, but you still need your leaders of, you know, I want to see Boston get 50. I want to see Bergie and Marchie and 30s and Taylor Hall and, you know, the likes. Like, you need those, and it's nice when you get other guys in the 15 to 20 range, but you need that one unit to be able to go out and get you a goal when you need it.
There's not a lot of teams get that production from like 50, 30, 40, but many of them, you get that, don't get anything underneath. They get, you know, if you will, 5s and 10s.
No, you're right, and I think our team, I mean, who knows what it ends up. I just know if we keep playing the way we have been and we keep growing, we're going to score goals and we're going to be able to close out games better.